Foundational and familial traits. With all that's happening in the world at the moment and what is coming out, I'm sure you've asked your question, why do people not stand up, or why are people not making changes and breaking old systems? So this is a perfect example of where there's indoctrination in the ancestral line, and it's so cemented into the system from our schooling, from the education system, from our programming, from our ancestors, from our parents. So this has been indoctrinated that we don't stand up, that we don't step out of the line, that we don't speak our truth, that we are being told what to do and what to say, but we don't stand up and say, no, stop, or that is not correct, or that is not okay, and that stops right here, right now with me. So you can see this playing out in the world at the moment, where there's obvious manipulation of the weather with the hurricanes, for example, and people are not standing up in the world to support others who are in really difficult, tragic situations. And this, for me, needs to be worked with. We need to work in our system where we've been indoctrinated and programmed not to stand up when there's an abuser in the room. When we're being abused, we need to put a stop to it right here, right now. And it's been in the system so long that we just sit down and do what we're told. Put the mask on, do what you're told, get in line. So this is what I want to work with in this webinar as well. I want to work with all the indoctrination that's in your system to conform to an authority that is abusing you, that you can stand up for yourself, that you can be a leader, that you can speak your truth, that you can live your truth, and you can step out of these abusive cycles of an abusive father figure in the system, that you can stand up for yourself, that you can make changes and you can stop systems which are abusing you. So this is what I want to work with. One of the topics I want to work with in this webinar. So I invite you some more homework to do. So I invite you to look at yourself and look into your system, be really honest and truthful with yourself. Where have you not stood up for yourself? Where are you know something's wrong and you don't change it in your life? You know something's wrong in your behavior, in your relationship, and you don't change it. So where are you feeling abused? Where is your abuse and you're not standing up for yourself? What is going on in the system? What is going on in your home? What's going on in your relationship? What is going on in the field around you? And where have you been programmed to not react, not do something about it? Where you're standing on eggshells in the house, where there's fear in the system. So I invite you to take a look into your own system and to look into the ancestral line and see what traits are there where they were maybe told to go to the army and go to war without even questioning it, where they were told to put an injection in their system without questioning it, where they gave their power away about their education and about their taxes, whatever's in the system. So I invite you to look at all the parts where you're conforming with the collective, where you're not where you're being told what to do. You are a leader on a soul level, and we've been conditioned not to be a leader. We've been conditioned to believe we do not change systems, and we cannot change systems, and we don't have the power to change systems. We can change the entire system. One person can change the whole system. So can you imagine if we all get together to create change? So I invite you to reflect into your family system traits, to reflect into your own personal traits, to reflect into your country's traits, into your schooling traits, to find out where are you allowing yourself to be abused and you're not doing something about it. Maybe you're doing a job and you're being told what to do, and what you're doing is affecting people's health or is abusing people, and you still do it because you collect the paycheck, but it's your boss who told you to do it. Well, you are in that system. So why are you in that system, and what is going on in you? So I invite you to look at your system and to look for all the traits where you don't stand up for yourself, where you maybe know something's wrong and you won't speak out, where you know there's something wrong and you won't put a stop to it, where you know there's something wrong and you're being a part of it. So where in your system are you holding back? Where in your system are you not standing up for yourself? Where in your system are you not protecting your children? Where in your system are you not protecting your community? Why? What's going on in your system? This is what I invite you to do for this homework. And there's going to be 4 hours for it. So we're doing 4 different segments, an hour each one. And I'm going to address all your community traits, the country traits, your family traits. So we're going to go very, very detailed. So on this homework, I want you to look at, because if we don't do it, nobody will do it. I want to look at why in the system people are sitting down and allowing an authority to abuse you. Why? Where is that in your system? Where is that in your ancestral line? Where is that in you? And when you can change that in you and see it in you and reflect it in you and set your soul free, then everybody will change in the system and we're all free. So I invite you to do this for you, for your children, for your family, for all of us, for your community. Sending you all love and regards, and just really I invite you to hold space for anyone who's been touched by flooding or the hurricanes, anyone who feels alone, abandoned by their government, left alone, abused, who's lost loved ones, just really sitting and holding space and keeping that intention in your heart to honor anyone who's been affected at the moment on this planet, who's in fear, who's alone, without power, without food, who doesn't know if their loved one's alive or dead, just really holding space for them at this moment. And for them, I invite you to do it, to look inside your system and see what part of us is not standing up for the greater good when we can see clearly what is going on in this field. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you at the webinar. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a life-changing one. And it's needed at the moment. It's really needed. And it's part of the systems which are opening at the moment on this planet. Thank you for being part of these webinars and for being part of this group. Thank you.